Morning folks, so I'm here at the Welsh Coastal Path. I'm going to do the Llyn Peninsula part, 110 miles, probably about 6 days I'd imagine. So I'm starting in Porthmadog and I'm heading over to Bangor. The peninsula is about 30 miles long and heads out into the Irish Sea. So yeah, that's the plan. Let's see how we get on. So the locals in this area, just outside of Porthmadog, in fact I can see some houses just over there, they used to earn some extra pennies, as it were, guiding people across the estuary. You can imagine it was fairly dangerous when the tide was out. So that sign is fairly well beaten up by the weather, but nonetheless there's enough of a clue there to say we're going along the beach, and quite a distance too. And there's the ice cream man. Oh, too far away. What I love about the Wales coast signs, you can see them from quite a distance. That blue and yellow is very distinctive, especially in the countryside. Anyhow, we've headed away we're on this track now, and we're heading to Criccieth. So we're walking along the railway now into Criccieth. And over there, see the castle. The coastal path carries on alongside the railway, but I kind of walked over here and thought to myself, why not get back on the sand? Yeah, and we're basically heading into Criccieth there, towards the castle. As you can see, following a bit of a river now, and we'll turn away from the river and head inland, and then unfortunately I have to follow the road for some while. But we're heading to a place called Pwllheli. Not all champagne and roses. Got to follow this road now. 3.5 kilometres. Oh boy. Well, I could walk around it. Well, I'm always drawn to a trick point. Not so good. As you can see, we've been brought onto the beach. And I've been walking on my own for quite some time. Not a person in sight. However, in the direction I'm going, I see humans ahead. So here's a useful map. Porthmadog, where we started, went through Criccieth, and then round to Pwllheli, where we are now. And I'd imagine get down there somewhere to do a well camp tonight, because currently it's getting on for 5 o'clock. Just see how far I can get. Might get a bit further on. But yeah, quite pleased with progress. Go all the way around, and in fact we're even going beyond there. We're going up so round about here to Bangor. So I've just reached 20 miles. Pretty chuffed with that. Although it has been relatively flat, only 1,300 feet of ascent, so relatively flat for me. Just looking for somewhere to well camp over the next hour or two. It's around about 6 o'clock. So plenty of time now, plenty of light, so easy go, easy come. Well, I found somewhere to well camp, quite strangely, almost minutes after I'd spoken to you. Well, yeah, pretty pleased with the spot as well, overlooking the sea, right on the edge of some dunes, and out the way. And in fact, the beach I'm on, again, absolutely no one wandering around. So all good. 20 miles. And I want to do something similar tomorrow. First port of call tomorrow is Aberech, which I think must be about, I don't know, 5 miles or so. So yeah, onward we go, and I'll see you guys in the morning, but I will show you around. Well, my morning view doesn't look a lot different than my night view. leave no trace, because you don't want to leave any tent pegs behind. So I've checked this morning, all's good. 7 o'clock, good time to start. So the plan this morning is to get to Aberech, which is round the headland over in that direction, over towards the left. Well, they're quite cheery, aren't they? Can't fail to be in holiday mode having seen those. That's certainly different. Opened in 2023. Very new. No, I think we go this way. Here's an interesting theatre space. Oh, that's crazy steep. It's almost like going up ladders. So that's one big holiday park there, and then in the distance just over there is Aberech, and it's looking like following this path further up and somehow down round the bottom onto the beach to Aberech. I can actually squeeze around the headland there so I can stay on the beach into Aberech, so that's good news. Yeah, so we're in luck. And I don't even have to get my feet wet, and it saves us walking along the road. I was getting worried a little bit, but luckily you can get off the beach here and back onto the road. So Aberech is over that way, and we've just walked through a golf course, right bang through the centre. I didn't want to record because I was more concerned about getting hit by a golf ball. I need to concentrate. So I want to have a moan, and I hope you don't mind. So I'm following the Hiker app to use the GPS, and the Welsh Coastal Path is obviously an official national trail and has dedicated footpath and signs. But the person who's recorded this and put it on Hiker app has missed quite, in fact, every time there's a part where it follows the sort of the paths out into the headland, it cuts it off. In fact, I've taken a screenshot which I'll show you, and I don't mind people doing that. Obviously, you know, they might sort of go inland to get a campsite, get a shop, whatever it may be. But whoever did this has done it constantly. But what angers me about it is they put that on Hiker app as like the Llyn Peninsula, as though it's the official route. Now, I'm lucky, I kind of know what I'm doing, but I do find it distracting because once or twice I've nearly followed the red line. And this is the only problem with these kind of apps. It's not just Hiker app, I've found the same problem on all trails as well. You definitely have to use them as a guide, but you need, I mean, I've also got a map as well, just to make sure. And luckily the signage on this one is really good, so whilst it's a distraction. But yeah, it's one of the problems with these apps is there's no quality control on them, particularly for the national trails. So be warned, at your peril, take a map as well. Right, moan over, I need to concentrate now. People who put the route on and miss this, an important part of the history. This is more to my liking. It's starting to get a lot more rugged now. Not surprising, I could see that seat from miles away. I kept wondering what it was. That's one big chunk of wood. One of the challenges I'm having is water. Very much dependent on resupply and obviously the villages and towns I go into. The problem I've got now is they're getting very few and far between. So I'm having to carry like an extra 2 litres of water. I just don't know when I'm going to find the next stage of water. So yeah, carrying an extra 2 kilos because I don't want to be caught short when I decide to stop. Yep, every place I go to now I have to make sure I've got my drinking water and my spare 2 litres as well. Hey ho, good challenges to have. Well, I've had my lunch, a few protein bars and some obviously liquid content. Oh, I need to go now, see where I can get to. Oh, I've done about 12 miles so far, so quite happy with progress. Right, no more talking, need to get going. See you later. So this bay is actually called Hell's Mouth. So you can imagine there's been quite a few shipwrecks here. And in fact, the coastal path stays mainly along the edge here and goes inland. When I was approaching this abandoned house or barn, it was all quiet, and then suddenly all the sheep came out. That definitely was a test of endurance through the long grass. I can see why I might be tempted to go along the beach, take the risk. I cannot advise coming this way. The signage is not very good, really lets it down. Right, a few more field hackings to do. all the filming I'm doing, I'm running out of charge. So I'm just sat down, and then this head appears just below the fence. In fact, there's two of them there. That kind of tells you how the weather has changed. Getting quite misty all around. And in fact, tomorrow we're expecting drizzly rain. Good wild camping spot just here. And the trail's about 100 metres in that direction. A relatively good day today. Managed to do 21.5 miles, and this time the ascent was a little bit different, 2,500. So an all-round good day. Didn't quite get to where I envisaged or was hoping to, but I think that target was quite high. I certainly couldn't go any further. So hope to do a similar distance tomorrow. Definitely get to the end of the peninsula and possibly round the other way. I think I might be quite exposed at the end of the peninsula if the weather's like it's intending to be. But we shall see how we get on. Right, no more talking. I'm getting cold. I need my bed. See you in the morning.